Pray to Satan, pray to Satan, pray to Satan.
Hey Billy, how's your little bum doing? Are you putting pressure off it just like the doctor said?
Yeah, Mom, it's fine, thanks.
Oh, and your cousin Dewey is coming over to say hi and see how you're doing.
What? I don't want that fucking retard in my room!
Billy, you be nice to your cousin. He came a long way just to see you and you better behave.
Okay, fine! I'm not letting him touch my action figures, though.
Okay, well you be good and call me if you need anything, okay, sweetie?
Okay, thanks, Mom.
So anyways, when I first got in the fitness industry and people, you know, were negative towards me and hateful, I think I had the kind of impression, I had the mentality is, well, I was bullied as a child. I'll be damned if I'm going to be bullied as an adult.
So, Layne Norton is a little unique on my long list of worst of the fitness industry victims because he knows he's stupid, but he knows he's not quite as stupid as everyone else, and just like pretty much everyone in the fitness industry who wants to get people to make them think they know what they're talking about, Layne Norton claims he's all natural. But then Layne Norton said, oh wait, there are other guys who say they're natural too, so how can I differentiate myself from everyone else who claims they're not on steroids? Well, Layne Norton went out and got a
PhD!
And the great thing about having a PhD is you can overemphasize the significance of dietary protein and supplementation and claim that all of your athletic achievements, including an IPF world record, were due to your super scientific approach to diet and supplements and not steroid use.
PhD!
Hey, Billy, I heard you hurt your butt. Yes, Dewey, I hurt my butt. What do you want? Hey, why are you wearing a Goku shirt? Superman can kick Goku's ass. No, he couldn't, you fucking retard! Billy! Sorry, Mom!
Now, I know honesty is a little bit difficult for you, Layne, but what do you think would be more useful in helping someone achieve a world record lift? Your diet coaching and protein supplements or steroids? I'm going to guess you'd say your coaching and supplements because you don't want anyone to think you're on steroids, and you've received funding from...
My research that I did on protein intake and branched amino acids was funded by the Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council.
The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council. The Egg Nutrition Center and the National Dairy Council.
Hey, what you looking at on your computer, Billy? Just some faggot called Layne Norton. He tries to get people to buy supplements because of some bullshit research he did. Wow, how stupid does he think people are? And this dumbass faggot even said a McDonald's diet can be healthy as long as you lose weight. Wow, that guy sounds fucking retarded.
Now, it might sound hard to believe that a guy with a PhD would claim that a McDonald's diet can be healthy, but Layne did in fact make a Facebook post insinuating that all that really matters in terms of health and wellness is macros, calories, and weight management. Great use of your PhD, Layne, by referencing a clickbait mainstream news report rather than referencing any research. But good thing we have people like John Keating who'd actually like to learn something rather than use corporate validation to help manipulate people to earn money, and also good thing he decided to argue with you in the comments section and make a video pointing out how ignorant and stupid you are if that wasn't already immediately apparent. And during this intellectual Facebook joust, John Keating pointed out that blood parameters can very often improve in the context of weight loss, but overall healthier diets have an even greater impact on blood parameters, to which Layne Norton replied, "Do you have any evidence for that?" Now, judging by Layne Norton's response, I don't think he's used to anyone questioning his authority, because by the end of the argument, he was throwing around terms like pro-vegan zealot and claiming that his opponent used inadequate evidence in his defense. But let's all remember that Layne Norton was the one who shared a video from a mainstream news outlet as evidence to promote his flexible dieting method. But I guess no one's going to be upset when you have double standards for burden of proof when you have a PhD. So let's just listen to this pro-vegan zealot who has trouble rationalizing and doesn't have a PhD but still provides medical evidence for his claims, rather than relying on Channel 8 news.
So I said to Layne, wow Layne, you've lost it this time. Of course blood parameters improve no matter how you lose the weight, but is it going to improve more eating a healthier diet? Layne said, what evidence do you have to support that? Please cite a study where they compare it straight up. So I posted a study and it was called A Very Low Carbohydrate Ketogenic Diet versus a Low-Fat Diet for Long-Term Weight Loss, a meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials. You basically can't get a better study than that. And I said, the very low carb ketogenic subjects lost more weight, yet their LDL cholesterol went up compared to the low fat group. So basically what that means is that their risk of heart disease went up despite losing weight.
And Layne Norton's response was... But after Layne took his peak week supplement stack, he was able to muster up just enough brain power to say...
So you're saying he's lying?
So you're saying he's lying, Layne Norton.
Well, either the preservatives in Pop-Tarts made Layne Norton go completely retarded, or somewhere in that conversation he got lost, but along the way he mentioned that there's some sort of consensus that there's no link between saturated fat and heart disease. I don't think the president of the American College of Cardiology, Dr. Kim A. Williams, is in that consensus because he's a vegan and recommends a low-fat whole foods vegan diet for the prevention of heart disease, among other chronic diseases. We also see huge differences in disease and mortality rates between diets that have similar macronutrient composition, but get these nutrients from different sources. So clearly, food choices have a more significant impact on health, rather than just overall calories and macronutrient composition. Weight management is also often not primarily responsible for chronic disease risk, as vegans and vegetarians have the lowest risk of type 2 diabetes even when adjusted for BMI and other confounding factors, and this is partly due to saturated fat's ability to kill insulin-producing beta cells, and of course, meat tends to be high in saturated fat. Again, overall dietary composition and food choices seem to be more important than just looking at macros, calories, and weight management, and your statement on blood markers being improved primarily due to weight loss is unfounded. And I'm also wondering why you wouldn't listen to one of the foremost experts on heart disease in the entire world. Is it because you're racist? Now, looking at the medical evidence, the only possible fucking reason you could have to disagree with Dr. Kim A. Williams would have to be over something as stupid and illogical as racism, as saturated fat has been demonstrably proven to raise serum cholesterol levels in metabolic ward experiments, and we can predict the rate of progression of atherosclerosis when serum cholesterol levels are above 75 milligrams per deciliter. And even after just one single fatty meal, we can see endothelial cell dysfunction. And not only that, but the editor-in-chief of the American College of Cardiology, Dr. William C. Roberts, has stated that cholesterol is the only risk factor for atherosclerosis. Funny how you tend to disagree with the most knowledgeable experts in the field, and this guy happens to be white. And oddly enough, you had trouble getting along with another white guy who also happens to love guns, but I guess even you realize your credibility is so weak that some random fat hairy bald guy on the internet can destroy it by mentioning you're on steroids.
Whose dick did that guy have to suck to get a PhD?
I know, right?
Can I play with your action figures?
No! So, what did we learn today? Today we learned that Layne Norton doesn't care if you're black or white, he just wants you to believe everything he says because he has a PhD and he's full natty bra. We also learned that having a PhD really doesn't mean shit, as it's just a form of corporate validation and in no way represents your actual knowledge. So instead of just believing someone because of their schooling background or title, use your own judgment and look at the large body of research critically, and of course, keep making those vegan gains.
What a relief! When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.
So how did everything go with your cousin, Billy? It went okay, I guess. He's alright. Well, that's nice. And it seems that somebody left this note and this flower for you, Billy. Seems like my handsome little man has a secret admirer. Okay, that's weird.
Dear Billy, you made me feel something that I hadn't felt in a long time, as if my cold black heart had melted when our souls intertwined. It's a shame that our relationship will have to come to an abrupt end. Sincerely yours, Anonymous Admirer.
Who the fuck wrote this?